Please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my latest video has come. And to learn more and to find a video relevant to you, please do check out my videos list.
Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Many times when we are looking at predictions or when we are looking at certain events that we are looking forward to in our lives, then we look into our horoscopes very deeply, and in that we try to see associations between certain houses, planets, karakas, signs, and then we also look at the strengths of those placements to arrive at a certain prediction or analysis, or looking forward to a certain expectation that we have for an event to happen or something to materialize. So if you're looking at something from career, then we may look at the 10th house. If you're looking something from gains, then we may look at the 11th house. If you're looking something related to livelihood or savings or earnings, then we may look at the 2nd house. If you're looking at something related to children, then we may look at the 5th house. However, we also try and combine these with the karakas. For example, we may look at the 5th house and the karaka of the 5th house, say specifically related to children, Jupiter, to see whether we are going to get certain results out of children or from children, or whether we will have children or not. However, if you want to see anything related to speculative investments, speculative gains, then we may look at the 5th house definitely, because the 5th house is the house of speculative gains or investments or speculations or even gambling. But we may also see how strong a Mercury is, because Mercury is the planet of business, investments, economy or economic related decisions that we make, economic choices that we may make in life. So the karakas are important, the planets are important, the signs are important, but overall the associations are important. Now I'm not going to use only the Bhavat Bhavam principle here or the term here, because it is not only the Bhavat Bhavam which gives us the results. Looking at the 5th house being the 8th house from the 10th house, and hence associating the 5th house with upheavals, changes, challenges coming to career or job alone is not important. We also need to look at where the 10th house lord is placed, and also Saturn, how strong Saturn is, because the Saturn is also the karaka of gains from a service related perspective, from a job related perspective, because Saturn is also the ruler, the natural ruler of the 10th sign. So I am going to use the term associations rather than just the Bhavat Bhavam principle. And as I said, the reason is because the associations of karakas are also critical. The associations of the lords of the houses are also very, very important to arrive at a certain analysis, to arrive at certain results. So if we don't look at these associations, or if you're not good at looking at or deciphering or decoding these associations or understanding these associations, then we tend to not be able to arrive at more accurate predictions, accurate analysis of what life could be in store for us, what situations could entail, what results could we be looking at in the future. So how do we see association strongly and more or less arrive at being more certain that certain results probability is very high? There is no guarantee of certain events surely happening, but we know that the probability of an event can go up when we see very, very strong associations with each other, and the dasha, the antardasha, the transit also happening in the same time, at the same time. Then the probability of an event happening or certain results that we need to get from certain placements happening, from a dasha happening, from a transit happening can go up multifold. So how do we see associations? Let's take a career for example, because career is very, very important. Now the 10th house is very, very important for career, as we said, but Saturn is also very, very important, and the 10th lord is important. So we need to see all of these in their entirety. So for example, you need to see how strong is the 10th house sign and the 10th house lord's placement. We also need to look at how strong Saturn is. Saturn should not be retrograde, Saturn should not be combusted, Saturn should not be in a bad dosha, for example a Strapit dosha or a Vish dosha. Then obviously there will be ups and downs in career, ups and downs in your job, there is a certain stability in your career, there is a certain stability in your job. Saturn is very, very important for that. However, even if Saturn is slightly weak, but if the 10th house is very, very strong, the 10th Lord is very strong, and there are strong yogas associated with the 10th house or the 10th Lord, then to a large extent the challenges brought forth by a bad Saturn, a weak Saturn, a malefic Saturn can be considerably reduced, though everything will be not be hunky-dory all the time. So we need to see these three. However, the 5th house becomes very, very important, because the 5th house is the 8th house to the 10th house. So we need to also be looking at the 5th house, and if the 5th house is very, very strong, then the upheavals to the job may come about, the upheavals or the changes to the job or the career may surely come about. However, because the 5th house is the house of gains, it's a trine house, generally the upheavals, the changes, the transformation which can come in the career or in the job may not always be challenging or always be brought about by issues. It could be a good change, it could be a good transformation for some time period. Sometimes the 5th house being strong and if associated with a malefic can throw up some challenges, even a break in a job or a career for some time, which may make us worried. However, it will still bring about some changes, some transformation which may be for the better, unless it is very, very strongly associated with 2 or 3 malefics, 2 or 3 bad conjunctions or a bad dosha. And so the condition of the 5th house, looking at it, how much of a transformation, how much of a challenge, how much of a change it is bringing to the career or the job of the 10th house is critical to see. So when you're looking at job or career, we need to look at the 5th house, we need to look at Saturn, we need to look at the 10th house condition, situation, whether there are good yogas or doshas or aspects on the 10th house and the 10th Lord. Now, something which is very, very important, but sometimes we miss that, is the 8th house connection to the 10th house. What is the 8th house connection? We know that the 12th house to any house is the losses of that house. So to that extent, if a very bad 9th house can bring challenges to career also, because the 9th house is the 12th house to the 10th house. However, the 8th house is the 11th house to the 10th house, which means that gains can come in from the 8th house if there is an association between the 8th house and the 10th house, especially if it's a good association. So if the association is good, if the association is helpful, then definitely it can be an added advantage to the career related to the areas of the 8th house. For example, if the 8th house and the 10th house are sharing energies or synergies, 8th Lord goes and sits in the 10th house, or the 10th Lord goes and sits in the 8th house, or 8th Lord and 10th Lord together get conjuncted in the 2nd house of earnings or livelihood, then you can say the livelihood is coming from the areas of the 8th house and giving you a career or a job of the 10th house. What is the 8th house? The areas of the 8th house are bringing you savings or livelihood or earnings. So you can have a career related to accounts, banking, anything related to virtual money, anything related to other people's money, wealth management, wealth advising, financial advising, chartered accounting, anything that you relate, you can deal with other people's money, insurances, audits, all of this get related to the 8th house, and even government projects. So if there is an association between the 8th house, 10th house, 2nd house also gets involved, then very, very strong association between the three to give you a livelihood or earnings of the areas of the 8th house connected to your career or a job. Here, if the 5th house is also strong, then the stability then the stability in the career of the job also will be strong, will also be for a long period of time. However, if the 5th house is very, very in a challenging situation, 5th Lord is in a challenging situation, then you may still earn from the areas of the 8th house and taxation and audits and insurance and so forth, and get a livelihood if it's connected to the 2nd house. However, there will be again upheavals, challenges and issues to the job, many changes in the job, upheavals, ups and downs in the roles, designations being changed from one department to the other department, though you work in the same company. All that may happen if the 5th house gets associated with a bad conjunction, bad dosha. If the 5th Lord is aspecting the 10th house or gets placed in the 10th house, then it can be even bad, tougher situation there. So the association that we see one from the other is very, very important. When you look at the 6th house, for example, 6th house is normally seen as the bad house, as a challenging house, as the dusthana. So why is it said so? Firstly, 6th and 8th houses and the 12th house is anyways seen as bad in the shlokas also. So 6th from the lagna becomes the house of sicknesses and illnesses. When 6th and the 1st house, the lagna get associated. The other Kendra house, 4th and the 6th house. The 6th house is the 3rd house to the 4th house, which means the 6th house can be a challenge to your domestic life also. 6th house can also be a house where you have to put in a lot of effort to make the material gains of the 4th house and to get the conveniences of the 4th house, because the 4th house is all the conveniences of life. All your house, your land, your vehicles, your jewelry, all your domestic appliances, anything and everything that money can buy gets associated with the 4th house. So 6th house being 3rd to the 4th house means that much more effort needs to be put in to overcome challenges and issues and to gain that. However, the 6th house from the 7th house is the 12th to the 7th house, which means challenges and issues and losses of the relationship can also happen. So because the 6th house is in a challenging situation from the 1st house, the lagna, from the 4th house, the house of domestic life and domestic gains, and the 12th to relationship, it is the dusthana. However, where the 6th house can become a positive thing for you is its association with the 10th house, the house of career. Because the 6th house is the 9th house from the 10th house, and the 9th house from a house is the house of gains from that, hence the 6th house is also seen as the house of your career or service. And so the 6th house and the 10th house association should also be strongly seen. So if the 10th lord and the 6th lord share energies, then to a large extent one can safely say this person is not a business person. This person will do a job, will work for somebody else, will serve somebody else. And the 6th house and the 12th house connection, for example, complementary energies. 12th house is the house of hospitals and also clinics. The 6th house is service, so serving hospitals and clinics. The 12th house is also the armed service, so serving in the armed forces. 12th house is also the house of foreign lands, so serving or doing a job in foreign lands, because these are complementary energies. And the 7th house and the 12th house is the Kendra house to the 6th house from that association. So the association should be strongly seen. Now let's see the connection between the 9th house and the 12th house. Now the 9th house is the house of gains, is the house of fate and luck, but it is the house, also the house of long distance travel, interacting with, dealing with, working with, connecting with people from different cultures, of foreign lands, of foreign origins. So the 9th house being the house of foreign travel, working with foreign media, or foreign people, or with foreign cultures. So the 12th house being the 4th from the 9th house. What is the 4th house? 4th house is the physical house, and because if the 9th house planet goes and gets placed in the 12th house in a friendly sign or in the yoga, then you can say that the person will make his physical house in a foreign land and will also gain from it, gain conveniences from his association or being placed in the foreign lands. Now the 4th house on the other hand is the 8th to the 9th house, which means that unless you upheave or you change or disrupt the physical house in your current country, you can't go to foreign lands. So the 4th house getting connected to the 12th house, or the 4th lord and the 9th lord sitting together in the 12th house, is a very, very strong placement of somebody who may be working in foreign lands, who may be going to foreign lands. Because the 4th house is 8th from the 9th house, unless you disrupt your house in your current state or this place of your living, how can you go to foreign lands? So the change, the upheaval, the transformation of your house in your birthplace has to happen for you to establish a home in the foreign lands. And what is the 4th house? The 4th house is the 5th house from the 12th house, which means that if the 4th house lord goes into the 12th house, you can get gains from there, because the 4th house is 5th from the 12th house and the 12th house is 9th from the 4th house. So gains coming in foreign lands can be when the 4th lord goes into the 12th house, and if the 9th lord also gets associated, then it is a stronger association. And because we're talking of associations, if Rahu gets into the mix, then it is almost a foregone conclusion, because Rahu denotes foreign lands, Rahu denotes people of other cultures. So the 4th lord connection, the 9th lord connection, the 12th lord connection and Rahu's connection becomes very, very strong for working in foreign lands, getting associated with foreign companies. And if the 12th lord is also very, very strong, then it is almost a very, very strong possibility or probability. And talking of career, just to reiterate, the 5th, the 8th house and the 10th house connections. The 8th house is 4th house from the 5th house. So the gains of the 5th house can come from the 8th house areas, and because from the 8th house, the 5th house is the 10th house, so career getting associated with areas of the 8th house also, and that's why the 5th, the 8th and the 10th house connection becomes a very, very strong connection. If it's in a friendly manner, friendly planets get associated, then a career related to banking, to insurance, taxation and all, just to add to the point that we first initially started to discuss. Then the 5th and the 9th house connections. The 9th house is the house of higher education, the 5th house is also initial education, but both the houses are houses of gains. The 9th house is 5th from the 5th house and the 5th house is 9th from the 9th house. So any association between these two is seen as a Raj Yoga and strong gains. Now if the 5th and the 9th lord are getting connected strongly with the 12th house and the 12th lord, that means that you may very strongly make gains in a banking area or an accounts area or anything connected to other people's money or in speculative investments in foreign lands or with foreign clients. Usually if you're making money for foreign associates, foreign companies, foreign countries, then also 5th house and the 9th house associations with the 12th house can also be seen. That association can also bring in more gains. Now some seemingly challenging placements, but there is a deeper meaning to them. For example, the connection between the 10th house and the 3rd house. The 3rd house is the 6th house from the 10th house and the 10th house is the 8th house from the 3rd house. So what is this connection? If there is a positive association between the two, that means the 3rd house being the house of effort, self-enterprise, but communication, somebody who makes his career through communicating, through working for others in an environment or in a role where communication becomes the key. So a lot of communication with others, with other departments, a lot of emails being sent, a lot of hard work needs to be put in, and here freedom is given to the person. That means that because the 6th house is the house of service, so the person serves others through his communication. But because the 3rd house is the house of self-enterprise, self-effort, the more you put in effort, the more higher you can go. Here luck and fate plays into your own hands, so which means you make your own fate, you make your own luck, and that's why the 3rd house becomes very, very critical, especially when it gets associated with either the 2nd house of earnings, livelihood, or the 10th house of career or job, or even if connected with the 9th house, which is the house of foreign lands, higher education and faith and luck. So any association with the 3rd house, with any house in a positive environment, is a good boon for you, where you are given enough freedom to be able to get things or results out of your own willpower, or out of your own motivation, out of your own perseverance, out of your own hard work. And when we look at the 3rd house and the 9th house, the 3rd house is 7th from the 9th house and the 9th house is 7th from the 3rd house, which means if the 9th house and the 3rd house get connected with either the 12th house or even the 7th house, then the spouse can be coming from foreign lands also. Why? Because the 3rd house is also a Kama Bhava, and so if the 9th lord gets placed in the 3rd house, gains coming in from your own efforts, but even the spouse can come in from your own efforts. So enough choice is given to you, enough freedom is given to you to find your own spouse, where luck and fate play a smaller role and your own choices play a stronger role. Here for a woman, if Jupiter gets associated with the 3rd house and the 9th lord house when they're sharing energy, then it's a more powerful denotation. And for a man, if Venus gets connected with the 3rd house or the 9th house or conjunction with them, then it is a powerful denotation that a person is given enough freedom to find his own spouse. So friend, these associations are very, very important. However, one of the very important things is that if anything has to do very good for you, bring in a lot of changes in your life, good changes in your life, they give you a lot of stature, give you a lot of name, fame, gains. In a societal context too, then the Lagna has to be very, very strong. And those houses, which especially those houses which are giving you high gains, should be in some way get connected to the Lagna. If not, then you may still make gains, you may still have property, you may have a lot of money, but in society you may not get the respect, you may not get the stature. There may be a lot of people who have a lot of money in the banks, who have a lot of lands, houses also, but they don't have that strong status in society. But somebody else, maybe a YouTuber, doesn't have that much money, but has a lot of name, fame, adulation and status in society also. So the Lagna being strong, connected to the houses which are giving you gains, shows that the status is also coming from those houses where you are getting gains from. Otherwise, your gains from that house has very less connection to your social status. So the Lagna being strong will also give you stable results. So the Karakas are very, very important. The house lords are very, very important. The Bhavan connections are very, very important. How far is one house from the other? What is the status of the lords of those houses, and whether there are good yogas or not. If there are more doshas connected with those houses, even if there is a connection, the connection will only give you challenges. 8th and 10th house lords getting connected, but in a dosha, career is connected to insurance, to taxes, to government contracts, but much more challenges, much more issues, much more upheavals, because a dosha is involved here. Moon gets connected with these and in a challenging association, then emotional upheavals also coming, because your career is not doing well, you're getting frustrated, you're getting anxious because your job is not stable and you're not getting gains from your job. So the Karakas are important, the Bhavan principles, associations between the houses, how far they are from each other, the lords are very, very important, the placements are important, yogas are important, aspects are important, conjunctions are important, and very, very important, if there is any connection to the Lagna, then the good placement will add to the status of the person. But if there are bad connections with the Lagna, then those losses in your career, those losses in your business will also affect your status and the stature in society. So keep this in mind. Learn to be able to bring the associations together, see them in holistic manner rather than isolation. Don't look at only the 10th house for career, or only the 2nd house for livelihood, or only the 6th house for service, or only the 7th house for business associations, or only the 5th house for children. Learn to associate them with the Karakas, with the house lords, with the sharing of energies, with the synergies. So the association, the synergies all come together to give you results, rather than single placements, rather than 1 or 2 connections alone. So keep this in line. So keep this in mind and learn to deep dive into learning how to look at the associations holistically, rather than look at them singularly, because then you may go wrong in your analysis, may go wrong in your prediction. So you know your horoscope, deep dive once again, learn deeply, understand your connection stronger, and if you have learned something new about your life, about your career, about your relations, whatever, after watching this video, and because you have now looked into your horoscopes in more deeper manner, then please put in your comment sections what new learnings you have got, or in hindsight of the situations you have already gone through, what new learning you have got, what new eye-opening things you have seen in your horoscope. Please do tell us. Please add to our experiences and the experience of other viewers as well. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me, the links given below. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan, signing off.